coming back for part 3 of your physical health. So we talking about lunch. Now I told you you can have a heavier lunch. You can do yourself a burger. You can do whatever it is that you would normally do. But I'm the type of person that I believe in organizing your diet to what best suits you. This is why I want to look into the blue zone diet, the keto diet. There's a diet I was looking at as a young man. His name's Sauce Stash on YouTube. He's vegan. Love looking at his recipes. And he was talking about this young guy that he did this particular guy's diet for 24 hours. And it looks like a really good diet, but you got to get adjusted to it. And especially for those of us that consecrate, that looked like it would have been a good diet for you to use as a substitute diet for your consecration time, and then go back on your regular diet after. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're in a season right now, God is trying to pull us away from a lot of meats. Pay attention to what you've been seeing publicly. They're starting to create fake meats. Now, plant-based meat and fake meat are two different things. What they're creating, and I lie to you not, I saw a news program talking about this, where they were talking about the fake meat and the fact that they used a word called alchemy in relation to that. Now, y'all been following my channel long enough to alchemy is what? Manipulative metal. Manipulating metal through magic. Now, what this has to do with food, but if you notice, a lot of the food recalls as of lately have had metal in them. I'm going to just throw that out there. And I'm going to leave that right there. Now, you need to change your diet. A lot of people going raw. Raw. Okay? Especially if you go in consecration, raw food is Mother Earth. If our animals can eat it, that's what makes them organic, because they are eating raw, natural foods. This is what was on our earth before all this other stuff came into play. Raw. I made a vegan burger out of mixed vegetables the other day. It was the best vegan burger I ever made in my life. Tasted awesome. I'm going to share that recipe on my Go Vegan page. See, I have a Go Vegan page. So, yeah, I'm not just doing this. But this is my wheelhouse because I have a Go Vegan page. Doing kale salads, doing leafy greens. Leafy greens got vitamin A in it. Avocado. I've been eating avocado when I went to New York, I started eating avocado religiously. I think I had started eating it just before I left here the last time, but I started eating avocado because it has good elements of it, and I just like guacamole. Guacamole is the bomb, y'all. I'll eat sliced, diced. I might eat I have a half of avocado, a real big one in the refrigerator right now. I'll probably eat that for dinner. I guess the Lord is saying I probably should. Anyway, chickpeas, tomatoes, doing a salad, doing a pasta. When I was in New York, there was this place called Fairway Market. If you know the market, then you know the market. They had pastas, high protein pastas. They had pastas made out of mung beans and all of this kind of stuff. Next to Whole Foods, this was a market that I would go to. But I'm going to give you this suggestion. I'm not affiliated, but I'm going to get affiliated with them the second I get a chance to. GFTO or GTFO. Look them up. They have a lot of what do they call it? Vegetarian and vegan food products. And if you're going you because you're fasting, because you're plant-based, because you're what have you, you're changing your diet, go there. I'm gonna repeat it again. GFTO. They have a lot of that stuff on that website, and you can order it directly. And you can get your meats, you can get all of this kind of stuff. Because I was looking on there, there's this thing called Mayway. It was a vegan chicken drumstick. I mean, this thing looked like, and they had ginger based and all this kind of stuff. Oh, I can't wait. You can do your vegan chickens. You can do falafel. You can do your meats. You can do whatever it is that you want to do for lunch at this particular point in time. Eat heavier in the middle of the day so that before you go to bed, you're not eating all that heavy. See how they work? 3 p.m. Then you want to do yourself a juice. For my ladies that like to clean their body out. Cranberry juice mixed with grapefruit juice is so good for cleaning the body out, especially for those of us that go through our time of the month. And during that time of the month, you're prone to cramps. That stuff will get rid of the cramps. Every time I did that, I did not see cramps. I did not have cramps. I did not deal with cramps during my time of the month when I was drinking cranberry juice and grapefruit juice mixed together. Or drinking cranberry juice and eating grapefruit. No cramps. So, next, vitamin C supplement. Now, you can take a vitamin C supplement. I used to take it all the time. You can eat oranges, but the concentration in a vitamin C supplement, I will suggest to you Emergen-C. This was something I used to take all the time when I had the ability to. I would take that powder and I would put that in my green juices. But you can also just get a supplement vitamin C powder and find the best one that fits you. Next, you could even mix that vitamin C powder in the cranberry juice that I just suggested for your liquids. Next, snacking. So if you are snacking, you can do a trail mix. They got trail mixes. I used to see them at the grocery store all the time. They have it's cashews, chocolate pieces, walnut. If you're a nut person, I used to do almonds, but I had to back away from that. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you're doing all this kind of food and you eating right, your system is going to start moving as it appropriately should. So if you're eating almonds, it actually shouldn't bother you because it will keep your body from turning a lot of them veggies because you're not eating meat and eating a heavy supplement. Or if you're not eating bread, you should be able to eat nuts and stuff like this because you're not eating anything that's really heavily solid. So what'll happen is you think something wrong with your bowels because your bowels will be loose. And it's like, nah, that's happening because you're not eating meat no more. You're not eating. So because of that, all this protein, all these vegetables, all this type of stuff, and you're not eating no nuts or anything, that's going to bind this stuff up a little bit. If you eat bread. Now, if I'm going to suggest any bread to you, I'm going to tell you this. Eat pumpernickel bread. Pumpernickel is pumpernickel, rye, any of your brown breads. Stop eating the white stuff. The white stuff, they bleach that stuff. Pumpernickel, it's dark. It got molasses in it. It's got certain fiber in it. The fiber makes it easier for you to go. And I've always found that when I have digestive issues, I go get me a pumpernickel bagel, pumpernickel roll, pumpernickel bread. Pumpernickel would automatically absorb any discomfort I was getting in my stomach. Okay? Pumpernickel. And therefore make my bowels operate as they should. Other than that, brand, if you like cereal, do a brand cereal. Some people will take brand cereal if they want a little bit of chew to their smoothie. They'll put that brand from that brand cereal into their smoothie when they blend it up with the bananas and all that kind of stuff in the morning to do a breakfast smoothie. Remember, we talked about the smoothies. Go and you add your brand, and then that will make it a little bit chewier. And it was something I was looking at the other day by a health coach advisor on YouTube. I forget what that he's a doctor, but I don't know his name off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Dr. Eric Berg, B-E-R-G, D-C is his page. He talks about how to get rid of mucus and phlegm. Phlegm is considered to be something that usually is a sign that your body is dealing with something dying within it. So you need to get rid of that phlegm. Now, number one, this is another reason why I juice. When you juice, your phlegm will come up out of your throat. If you chew garlic before you juice, when I tell you the amount of phlegm that will come out your throat will be ridiculous all at once. And it usually happens within about 20 minutes of you drinking the juice. You will start to cough. And when you start coughing, that phlegm will just come all out. I have scared people because I've gone into the bathroom and coughed that phlegm up that quick and they thought something was wrong with me. No, I was coughing that phlegm up after having drank something. It's one of the reasons if I ever get a head cold, but usually if I'm juicing like that, I don't even get colds. I love juicing. Now, if you can't blend juice, a good juice that I was drinking before, Evolve has a brand of juice. And what's the name? It's SUJU, I think it is, that I recently was drinking. And you can use that and even use that as a base for if you're going to do a blended juice, because some people like to do the hand shaker blenders that isn't a full blender, but it's a one size drink that you're going to drink right now. You can use that as a base for that kind of drink. So another thing, you can do green tea, magnesium. Do a liquid magnesium. Now, I just showed y'all in the previous video, or maybe it was a little bit earlier in this one, the key minerals. When you do key minerals, especially the one that I just showed you, that one had sea moss and land something in it. That key mineral had magnesium in it. Magnesium, calcium, and two other things. But if you want to do a liquid magnesium, now this is my suggestion if you desire to take a liquid magnesium. You're going to take a bottle that's 8 ounces. You're going to put your liquid magnesium in that. You're going to drink 2 ounces in the morning. You're going to shake it up, drink 2 ounces in the morning with whatever liquid juice that you're drinking that morning. Sometime later in the day, do another 2 ounces. Sometime later in the day, do another 2 ounces. Because you don't want to put your body through that much stress in that moment. Now, you're going to have you a light dinner. This is when you're going to do your salad. You're going to do a hearty salad. I'm one night there. This is what I did. I boiled some Brussels sprouts. I had a little bit of rice and beans. I had some potatoes. You can do sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes are actually good for you. And especially if you're consecrating, do a little bit of sweet potatoes on the side because they are very good for you. And then I did me a salad. Now, because I'm slightly lactovarian. I call it lactovarian because I eat egg. That's where I get my protein from in certain cases. So, aside from the beans. I had 2 boiled eggs. I chopped those up with lettuce, tomato, a red onion, some, cucumber, I hooked the salad up. I had some kale in there. I had some lettuce. I had all that in there. Seasoned it up real nice. And put my whatchamacallit on there, my dressing. Some people like to do dressing, some people like to do oil and vinegar. To each his own. Do what you feel good about. Balsamic vinaigrette. I remember when I used to go to Whole Foods, they used to have a honey mustard dressing. Woo, that tasted so good. I used to put it on my pumpernickel bread sandwiches whenever I made sandwiches. I used to darn near live in Whole Foods when I tell you. This is good for your body. Soup. Go get you a good soup. Hearty can of soup. Get you a nice soup. You can eat that. All the stuff that I'm telling you, you can eat one good meal of that. And it's good for your body. It's good in digestion, so on and so forth. And your body will be good. Now, when it comes down to you eating beans, I'm going to make this point. You want to make sure that when you're cooking beans, you want to degas them, okay? You want to soak them and in water and allow them to soak for 2 hours if you are using canned beans. Regular beans overnight, meaning the ones that are dried in the bag. Regular beans overnight. You want to cook them in a pressure cooker if you have one. Crock pot, what have you. Then you can look up herbs that will help degas those beans. Push come to shove, go get you a little container of Beano. You remember how they say Beano before, no gas after? Yeah, get one of them. And then they have one Beano for gas for vegetables and Beano for gas for beans. So, to each his own. And I'm going to leave you with that for right now, and I'll come back later. Because we're going to go into external skincare and all of that kind of stuff in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.